side, they can get Jax pretty ahead, and then he's going to have an opportunity to be a big side lane threat later on to buy time for Zeri to be that late game carry. The composition here, I feel, for C9 is pretty vanilla, although Zeri's not as common, Beth a little bit rarer. Knowing Blabber was topside, knowing he was pushed out there, he's forced to flash and fudge. Now level 6 is up.
Oh, he's taken way too much damage from that equalizer already. He's going to go straight into the death chamber.
Call and now be on the way to Rift Herald, which wouldn't give C9 time to kill it.
2v2 at the top side. The equalizer getting some big value, and now Owner is going to join up with this one, as they do want to extend this play, but not sure if they want to overextend as Sven has come on in. The flag and drag goes in out to the recon. His Owner just doesn't give a damn. He has Keria behind him, gets him in the death chamber. As the ultimate comes out, and everybody is going down on the side of C9 in the top lane. T1 just burning them to a crisp in the top lane.
Well, they just use the spot pressure, push people back in the river, and look for a fight or drop the Herald mid.
While they're over the wall, they're looking for Sven as he is going to get dunked on, and he's got one hope, his ultimate ability, but that's not going to do enough as he was alone. 1v4.
Over the wall and throwing Qs at Berserker and Berserker juking them. There was never like a counterplay that C9 would be able to make.
Fudge in a lot of trouble. He flashes onto the other side of the equalizer. Zeus just tanking this one up. Fudge is still alive underneath this turret. He's just going to get flagged from the heavens.
Really mechanically talented players around him. Hold his own in mid lane and press his F keys really good and talk.
He's been pressing his keys pretty well. Owner, once again, maybe it's showboating, I'm not sure. Owner in a little bit of trouble as he does have some help from his squad, but he is going to be able to get away. Blabber gets hooked by the feathers, and now there's a massive equalizer on the entirety of C1, just trying to, C9 rather, trying to retreat out of this one. That's a huge play comes out from Keria, and they turn this one around, and even the tower can't get into this one, as Keria will disable that. This might just be a clean ace going into the hands of T1, and that it is. Nobody will fall on the side of T1.
An insane win here for T1, but we also
pretty big one. 24-minute games as well. And, you know, Wolf was talking about it before. We're on pace for a perfect game. That's just going to be Berserker dead for free.
At what cost?
That's pretty good. He got the Oh, no, he's in a lot of trouble. Yeah, he's being chased down here by Owner. I think that Keria is just going to let him do the 1v1 thing, and there he goes. Dunked.
To criticize for C9, there really is no correct play.
Now Faker is just doing a dance in the enemy base at this point in time, picks up the quickness and just kind of shoves it in their face as T1. You know, they're on pace to try to break one of the fastest games that we have had here in the Swiss stage. The turrets of the Nexus are already going down. C9, they're going to have to make one last stand, and they get the knock up here on a Zeus who loses a total of 0 health at this point in time as the Bard ultimate comes out as well. And Keria's having a lot of fun at this point. Fudge is in that backline, but he's just going to be ripped to shreds by the feathers once again. As T1 will play with their food, they will get what they deserve after this victory. As down will go the Nexus. T1 will move on to 2-1 in the Swiss stage.
Really dominant showing by T1. This is the team that T1 fans wanted to have show up at the World Championship.
And we are going to see that, it looks like, as these final seconds do tick down, just because Silas is going to struggle against this Jarvan Rumble lane if he is isolated there against Maokai. Not going to be able to help out as much. Overall, I think this is going to be a game
with
about
Prime Gaming to
look
grab
out,
the
Yoya.
exclusive experimentation emotes, as you might use that in this situation. Yoya in a really bad spot. He doesn't have much where to go, and he does not have his flash. That should be the end of it, as First Blood is given over. He's got his wall in position. 3v1. Dokla, they're big, but can you make this happen as the knockup comes in, the knockback as well, as Dokla tries to trade it back, but it will just be a kill.
Jarvan.
Well, Dokla does not have his flash, and he's getting bullied again. This is 3v1. We do have Palafox trying to make his way up. Dokla just trying to survive. He's on fire, though, and down he will go. Contracts and Palafox trying to turn this one around. Can they burst down Chasey? Just a bit more damage as he has the equalizer. Is going to hit nothing, but they do take out the Rumble. Meanwhile, down at the bottom side, FBI trying to get away from 2 members. As Hylissang and Karsi not quite able to get him down. Staring each other down. They don't know both in there as, okay. That's not going to amount to too much as the teleport comes out, and now Ignar will press his buttons and get that engage going as the dive from Mad, a little bit lackluster, and with the teleport coming in, Energy will win big.
I mean, sometimes the patience come back to bite you. Stay too long, they identify the situation, teleport to cancel. That play and grab a kill is... Dokla, he is getting abused.
That's a lot of damage. I mean, the wall's going to come in here. Niski is being followed, and he will pick his ultimate as well. Can Niski survive against the big tree?
He
I'm not
might.
so sure one auto might do it, and that will be Contracts picking up the kill.
The rare
map-
Niski.
Yeah, he's got teleport. He could go straight back to lane. Elyoya's catching his farm. 100% worth.
Oh, trying to get in here with the Alistar
Little
ultimate. He
aggressive.
just doesn't take any damage as Elyoya just trying to survive, and that he will. Hilassan coming over. This game is going off the rails now as the supports are coming in. There's that big apotheosis on 3 players, and Karsi going to get a huge shutdown here.
Feeling
on
himself there with the Alistar ultimate, thinking he can kill Elyoya before this dragon, get them ahead, but giving away that bounty.
Oh, boy. You'll get to talking a little bit, I swear, as these teams will not stop fighting each other, especially Hilly, who just decided to kind of go in there alone.
This is what we're here for there. Energy and Mad just battling it out. Couldn't have it any other way with Ignar versus Hylissang on 2 hard engaged champions.
Yeah, I mean, you look at what these 2 comps can do and how well they can punish, especially in these scrappy early game fights. It is pretty insane as Chasey is going to try to push this advantage, baiting Elyoya.
Another bait.
Baits him very nicely. Palafox is taking a huge amount of damage, even with the Cataclysm. Oh! Does do a nice amount of follow-up damage with this Q, but it is not
Just poke
enough.
here for energy. If Matt starts getting those up, as Niski might be vulnerable.
Boy, yeah, he's going to get Everfrosted. Doesn't react to it at all. He's just going to go down for free. 2 players just getting in the enemy jungle.
Very nice to have because you don't need to blindly check. Otherwise, that's exactly what Mad would want.
Oh boy, Karsi
no.
goes very hard in there. No, he's going to get caught by 2, and he does have some help from the Alistar.
Still
But look
alive.
at the damage on the front line here from the side of Energy, and Palafox is just unkillable. He's just running at the side of Mad, and there's the follow-up from the Kaisa. FBI gets to that back line, and Will just ripped him to shreds. It's now Hilly will be the last casualty. He does get 1 kill, and finally shuts down FBI, but that's not where you want that
For a
shutdown
fast play. Whenever you're down this much in gold, you need to go for a quick play.
Dokla?
Hilly is everywhere.
Into the team, he's just free food for the side of Mad. As now, you were going to send it on the Baron. Maybe that delays a little bit of time for FBI to get here, but he doesn't have TP. So Mad are just going to send it on the Baron.
Maybe. We'll see how much damage Palafox, 3-strike system. Does he get a good ult?
That was pretty good. He is going to do a lot of damage
That's
to Karsi
very
here
good.
in the front here. And now the turn does come out from Mad as they keep the Baron alive as well. They get the Silas. As desperate as Energy, they just want to stop this Baron from going down.
They gotta give it.
I don't think they're going to be able to stop it at the end. Mad will take it down, and Hylissang will give up his life for it.
So 1 pick is all it takes. Elyoya can flag drag over the wall. Chasey, we'll see how lucky he is.
Looks like Chasey might be the bonus as well. Throws out the equalizer, but right now it looks like as the wall's coming out, Iski wants to join up with this one, but everybody's getting hit by the Maokai ultimate as Energy trying to get this front line in, but Ignar going a little bit too far. He's going to be taken out first, and now the engage comes in from Elyoya, immediately taken out by FBI. It's a 4v4 after a couple of picks, and Mad.
The Soul is going to try to slow siege this turret.
Double knockup. I mean, they're just running in front of the Talia, and they will get punished for it as FBI can't do anything. Palafox is so low. Diving the turret as the knockup comes in to FBI, and they will take him out in the end as this game is just chaos now. Let's see if he can do it. He's trying to get out of vision. And, he's even going to flash. Okay, well, let's see where he goes. He's going straight into the enemy team as you're going to get knocked off of that wall immediately.
A lot of that damage so the carries don't get softened up. Karzi's level 16, and if Hilly and Karzi make an engage together, this could be massive. You've got to be so careful as NRG. Here we go.
And they're going to engage onto the Maokai. Definitely not the target. As in goes the Apotheosis. Gets 3, but immediate turn comes out from the side of Ignar, but he's taking a lot of damage on the frontline. Contracts is also being taken out. But look at FBI on the left side. He's just chunking him down alongside Palafox. And that is Niski trying to turn this fight around. And he might just be able to as Niski and Karsi put it together. And they take down Energy in the fight.
This is going to be tight. That's a huge fight for Neela. That's a minion wave in the mid lane. Palafox is going to look to flank and threaten the carries.
They're looking for Dokla.
There's the Maokai ultimate coming out. Now they're going to turn onto Elyoya, who is being chipped away. But Karsi in the back line has an angle. But FBI totally safe on the right side of this fight as finally Apotheosis does come out. But there's no follow-up. He is
Double
in
kill.
BGA. And now Chasey and Niski over the wall. Can they get on top of this Kaisa?
FBI?
I'm not so sure as FBI is just chasing him down.
He's not going for Elder.
Someone has to defend that.
No, Mad's going to flip it. They're going to dare him back.
Someone has to go. Chasey, he's going as now. We are just going to flip the objective, aren't we? And it is the German who takes it. And now the TPs are coming in. They just want the game. Energy, they don't want to even deal with the Elder, and they will not have to, as they will take down the Nexus and move on to 2-1.
In true energy fashion, the double TP backdoor, single TP, the other guy just walked in, but that is how they do it. They don't worry about the 5-minute build up towards the crucial Elder Dragon fight.
There, give her some additional backline access, you could argue. And maybe you can catch a root on one of these engaging champions, but you are always going to be outmaneuvered by Jax. You're going to have to deal with this Tristana leaping over. Rakan can flank you. You're a squishy
looking for the follow-up as they do go in onto Elkin now.
That's
he doesn't
good.
have the hop away. He is just isolated. First blood given over to Noah in the bottom lane.
Super well played here from Trimby with the flash engage there. Gets the knock up.
As there's a gank for Yagao as well. He's low on mana. Nice shot.
Yeah, he's going very aggressive onto the turret, and they're looking to punish Yagao now. Has he gone too far, or is he just going to 1v2? The flash in, and the shield comes in, and Humanoid is safe for now, and they will pick up the kill. Humanoid. It is a pretty nice stacked wave, and Shun is level 6. I mean, this is potential gank, but Oscar is pretty tanky. Even with the Ruby Crystal, here comes Yagao. And yeah, as you mentioned, they're just going to wait for the 3v1. We've seen this already today as down should go the Poppy in due time.
But Razork's here, level 6. Humanoid has ult.
They're trying to turn onto the Akali, but Humanoid is getting in there. He doesn't give a damn. He's got the Daisy to help out with the triple knockup, but in goes on to help with his own knockup and a follow-up of Trimby. He comes in and turns the tides of this tight fight, rather, as Yagao is going to go down. It's a double kill for Trimby on the Alistair, and finally Oscarden does come in here, and he will try to help out with this one, but On and Bin will just plays in the bottom lane.
Yeah, pretty tough to defend that one. Also, not entirely sure what their plan is against this Jax.
Yeah, they're trying to get in there. It looks like Counter-Strike is down, and Daisy's just getting to work down there. Meanwhile, we do have a fight up here as Humanoid. He's looking to exert some pressure down here as Elk just going to push him back once again, as meanwhile up on the top side, Bin is getting engaged on, and there it is, Oscarden.
In team fights, because the way he's playing the map, he's almost playing it like Talia. If that makes sense, he's playing all through sides and not playing through mid very well. Trimby's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, he also smashed the ground. Not quite as effective as the Daisy. Humanoid On is going to take a lot of damage. Humanoid once again in that back line, just forcing him. Trimby is going to be forced to use his ultimate now, and he's being chased down the river. The rest of his team just leaving him to die as BLT will get the shutdown over to
Oscarden obviously getting a little bit more gold up there.
Humanoid is taking a lot of damage. Gets ulted in the shroud. Wow. He's just going to go down 2v1.
Fnatic is just, I'm just thinking about how these fights are going to play out. They're so low damage.
Right, they're going to catch on once again, but again, it's this Rakan. They don't want to go into this choke against that and take a fight in that position, as Bin is making his way up. Oscarden in the bush. It looks like they finally do spot him. Is now On. Might not have a way out against the Poppy. Down he goes. He's just bursted 100-0. And now this fight coming in. Humanoid is pretty deep as the Poppy ultimate this time. You can rely on that one, but Humanoid, again, he doesn't really want to stay.
Whoa.
As now Oscarden is going to go over the wall, and the follow-up engage is huge as in goes Shun alone. And this is a 4v5 for BLG. I don't think they want to take this fight as Fnatic is going on in. Bin, of course, in that backline is huge, but he is alone, and Oscarden is just leading the charge. Very important ward to come down, bit of damage into Humanoid, but it's just buying time for Fnatic to chip away at this Drake, as there you go, knocks away the jungler, and again, he is reliable. Oscar will not be denied, as On is taking huge damage. Humanoid is going super deep, but he has so much support from this Ivern. They're going to try to get on top of Elk, and they might just be able to do it. They can't quite put that last bit of damage in, though, and Elk will be able to get away, as now Oscar on the front line, and the follow-up comes in from Trimby. Have they overextended is the question. Bin, it's going to give them the answer as the shutdown comes in for sure.
He's on his own. They hold the choke with the Orianna ball. Yeah. What do you do, Fnatic? You've got no options.
Well, they're going to just run through the Orianna and try to take this one down. The ult will miss as the huge engage comes in from Trimby. Is the follow-up their double Poppy knockup, as now they're going to send it into the rest of BLG, as Elk, he's just going to stay alive, though. You can't even get on top of him with it. And Bin comes in right at the end to totally turn the fight. Fnatic are routed, and BLG will take this fight in a gigantic manner.
I mean, they were able to force their way through.
Gets a big Poppy ult. Maybe they give away a few bounties. So they're playing very conservatively. They know they have the better scaling, and they know they have this game if they just play it right.
On just keeps baiting these.
Yeah, he is very well, and Trimby, I think, is going to go down. Down he does go. No hope, even through the Altus now. The TP comes in. Is this the flank you were looking for, Fnatic? I'm not so sure, as he will dodge that one. And Bin is going 1v3 in the back line, even against the Oscar, against the Poppy, as Oscar eventually goes down, and nobody can kill Finn in this game anymore.
He's got GA, he's got his Zonias, he's got so much armor stacked up on top of the fact that he's Jax, so he wasn't even going to pop his GA, and that may just be the beginning of the end in this one.
That's how it ends. It's not a Baron, it's not a Drake, it's just a fight in the jungle. They're going to take a lot of this turn. Wow!
Oh boy. Well, that's what you could not afford at this point, although it looks pretty over. Down goes the Kai'Sa. Noah not able to help out his team at the very last moment, and Finn and the rest of them, the boys on BLG, will be able to take down this Nexus and play with their food in the fountain just a little bit more. There you go. BLG will move on to 2-1.
And the Ivern pick, ultimately in the beginning of the game, made such a huge impact. They have such great answers to the Nico engage as well. I really have to lean in their direction for this final draft.
Yeah, I'd say, if anything, the bot lane of Weibo was heavily deprioritized. Sivir Leona is not something we've seen that much of, whereas Kai'Sa Nautilus seems very cookie cutter.
But now they should be able to ping that BDD is not here, you would imagine, but Weibo are sticking around, and they're going to get engaged on is now Lehends. That's going to be first blood going the way of Weiwei, but he will immediately be taken down in the trade. Looks pretty contentious as well as Keen this time maybe looking for the angle. He is going to go all out now, hits the Q3 onto the Shy, who doesn't have his flash, and everybody is here. We got 3 members of KT trying to get on top of the Shy, and they will be able to take him down. BDD picks up a kill. About this very tricky play. Very, very tricky. They have no idea! They both get caught by it. The double root comes in. Will anybody actually go down as aiming? Will!
We'll see if Weiwei can counter this.
Yeah, he's gonna flash on in and trade flashes, but Lehends still here. It doesn't look like aiming's getting up, and the damage is going in onto Weiwei. Can they trade it back? Yes, he will! As the kill will go, but it's traded as light. Will take him down and take control.
Might have a fight in River.
Well, really wanting that scuttle crab as in goes BDD, catches 2 of them, and the teleport flank from Keen is perfect. Where did that ward even come from? Big equalizer though from the Shy. Can they turn this one around? He's doing insane amounts of damage as KT fight on it, but it doesn't matter. It's a double kill over to Keen, and here comes Cuz as he's looking for
First,
more.
you just give Viego that reset.
Lehends just going for a little walk here, doesn't seem to care.
Wow.
Now he's gonna turn it onto Weibo, understanding that they could be there and totally turning the tides. That's another kill into the hands of aiming. Here, 2 items himself as Shy. The Shy is in a lot of trouble. Do they have the damage? Those Leona ult is going to zone aiming quite a bit as now Lehends on the run here. Cuz does come in and the TP, and everybody on KT is here as the Sivir is nowhere near. So it's just gonna be KT taking a free kill. That is now Xiaohu in a little bit of trouble. It is going to be another flash garnered as the follow-up comes in, and there is the auto, but they can't quite follow up on Xiao. That is a lot of stuff just thrown into an Orianna that they do not get. The equalizer is perfect. It totally zones KT into this fight, and chat, what have you done? KT, somebody got excited for these guys as they have gone way too deep, and Lehends is going to get caught off as well. Keen, okay, it's got a very nice angle. As I immediately counter curse it, Xiao, who's looking for a little bit more. Keen is alone. 1v3 and down he will go. And Weibo Gaming have turned this game around.
And let's see if Weibo with no vision can force the way through. TP coming out.
Well, they do want to go for the turn here as the ult goes in onto the Jarvan, but that is way too early. Keen level 16 trying to just zone away the entire team. He is done as the jungler of Weibo is just gone, and Crisp is super low as well. Down will go Lehends, but that should be Baron over the side of KT as Equalizer does go down onto BDD. They want to get a bit more on the side of Weibo as Cuz might just have to sacrifice himself here as the rest of his teammates do get out of the fight.
I mean, this is chaos though. Cuz is on the run. We have Mountain Drake coming up in a minute. Keen is still around. Look how wide we have to go on the camera.
Oh, they got him!
TP!
With the shockwave, and there's the TP as KT thinking about a bit more. They've got aiming here. He does have that killer instinct. The Shy has to be so careful. He is not that tanky. That's where's the damage? Where's the follow-up? It's not coming in. His aiming finally has to flash on into this one just to try to turn it back. But now he's running out of Sivir, and down he will go. It's a huge shutdown into the hands of Xiaohu.
Veil done here for aiming.
Oh, the play from Lehends. What was that? Right over the wall. And that is a free Jarvan given over to aiming. And that is the jungler now of Weibo Gaming just gone.
It only takes one good fight.
He's, I think he's going to be okay just because Cuz can't really attack that by himself. TP from pretty far behind. That's BDD. He's looking for the Shy. He is going to get this huge burst, and he catches the rumble, but BDD nearly dies as an equalizer comes in. KT are going very deep. BDD has to try to follow up on this one. Keen just trying to keep this fight alive as Weiwei gets the big combo in, and now they can't overextend into Weibo. They can take this one, especially with the Sivir. They have so much Baron damage. KT forced into this fight. They do not have a choice. Is Keen looking to follow up on this one? As in goes Amy.
Chris?
Finds Xiaohu, but look at that shield. It's just massive. As now the Shy have gone too far into Amy. He kites it back. There's the W. And Light, they finally take out the Sivir. He goes into GA, and Xiaohu, he's just going to have to abandon ship. They finally get that pick onto the Sivir they've been looking for this entire game. Right behind them. They're trying to corral this one as he's got the Shy up against the wall, but the team is so far behind. The all-out comes in. There's the knockup from the Q, and in goes aiming. Immediately the Rumble is popped, and the follow-up comes in from the side of KT. They say they don't need that mountain, so they will just take your lives instead as the Nautilus ultimate will get Weiwei, and that is a 3-0 as KT looks to push in.
This is insane.
This has got to be it.
This has got to be it. You have to think they've got enough damage to rip through these turrets. We're almost 40 minutes in. There's no way to hold.
Can they end it is the question. The two carries, they remain, but the turrets are falling so unbelievably fast, and Xiaohu, he's just 100-0. There is no hope, and KT will get the job done in 38 minutes.
It looked like they had lost control. It looked like maybe we were going to see the comeback, but some clutch plays around those objectives. Look at how exhausted Lehens look as it crosses the stage here to fist bump because